Open-world action games continue to draw strong interest for their freedom, scale, and combat-focused design. These upcoming releases are gaining attention for combining large environments with fast-paced action and player choice. Let's dive right into it.
The hideout is on fire.
The Godslayer takes place in a steampunk-inspired capital ruled by Celestials who harvest chi to maintain their power, following the destruction of the Zhou Kingdom during an event known as the Godfall. Players control Cheng, an Elemancer who uses elemental chi, such as fire, water, earth, metal, and wood, with combat built around real-time action and dynamic elemental interactions that affect enemies and environments. Progress involves learning new abilities from Masters and Scrolls, refining chi flow, and confronting divine rulers through skill-based combat and story-driven encounters.
Easy for you to say. Now, how do I get past all the soldiers?
Something's up. What happened? On me. Again, is it?
And he tells me not to do anything rash.
Mind your business. Damn it! It's an elemental.
What? There you go.
Damn! Stop right there! Where did he go? It's you! He's up there!
Whoa, too many.
Stop! There he is! Nowhere to run down! Don't move! Have a taste of my ass! No! Put it out! Put it out!
Cool off, you lot. Gonna be cold.
What's going on here?
Here we are.
Fodder, fools, humans. Which is next?
That must be Master.
Head for the signal. Come on!
Project Tal is a single-player action RPG set in a fantasy world shaped by Korean folklore and traditional Tal mask mythology. Players explore a large open environment while taking part in cinematic, skill-based combat that emphasizes timing, positioning, and direct control. Battles include large enemies that can be climbed to attack weak points, adding vertical combat elements. A dynamic AI companion system supports the player with unique abilities and behavior that adapts during fights, while the story unfolds through character interactions and encounters tied to myth-inspired conflicts. Woochi the Wayfarer is set in a reimagined Joseon-era Korea inspired by classic folklore. Players control Joan Woochi, a Taoist wizard who uses magic, deception, and agility to fight mythical creatures drawn from Korean legends. Combat focuses on fast-paced action, spell use, and clever tactics rather than brute force. The game emphasizes story-driven progression, cinematic encounters, and exploration of culturally rich environments, supported by high-fidelity visuals and an atmospheric soundtrack that reinforces its mythological themes.
기어코 여기까지. 참으로 정성이십니다.
Sea of Remnants is an ocean adventure RPG where players control a puppet folk sailor who has lost their memories and sets out across unstable seas to uncover the truth. Gameplay combines ship navigation, fleet building, and turn-based combat against sea creatures and rival forces. Players recruit from a large roster of companions, each affecting combat and story outcomes. The pirate city of Orbtopia acts as a central hub for repairs, upgrades, crafting, trading, and faction interactions, with player decisions shaping how the city and surrounding seas change over time.
Memories stay, chasing the sound of the waves. It always sways, it always strays. Standing on the beach all day. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sometimes I wonder if it's not me that's possessed.
The Vernyhorn is a third-person open-world RPG centered on a man confronting guilt and survival in a harsh, faith-driven world. Gameplay combines deliberate, grounded combat with realistic sword fighting, unarmed strikes, and ambush mechanics that can trigger fights directly from dialogue. The world operates on natural systems such as time, weather, and NPC routines, with minimal UI and no handholding. Survival mechanics require preparation with food, clothing, and equipment, while choices in conversation and action influence encounters, outcomes, and the unfolding personal story.
Power reveals the man. In your case, we didn't have to wait long.
Who the fuck are you anyway?
What the fuck are you waiting for?
Listen. Isn't it beautiful? Since I was a child, I used to sit here and listen to the howling wolves. Within the shelter of those ancient stones, they always made me feel safe. Sometimes I get the feeling that these beasts, though wild, have more loyalty in them than many humans. Let me tell you a story just can't stay away.
You lied to me. Why?
Another whiner? What, too loud for you?
I've seen wolves leave the meat untouched. Just lingered. They look less guilty than you two. Funny, isn't it?
That's enough.
You see that chop on the water? Storms coming from the land.
Never seen the winter hit this early.
It seemed innocent at first. There were faint sounds, small taps, nothing unsettling. Then small things began to disappear. You know, people thought it was the kids playing tricks. However, over time, the sound became unbearable. The wind blended with what seemed like the wail of a wounded soul. They thought it was just the wind howling through the cracks. But the truth.
Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written.
Crimson Desert is set on the continent of Pywell, where players control Cliff, a warrior trying to reunite his fallen group after a brutal ambush. Gameplay centers on fast, visceral, real-time combat using swords, spears, bows, abilities, and elemental effects, with battles ranging from duels to large-scale clashes. Exploration includes climbing, gliding, mounted travel, resource gathering, crafting, and side activities across varied regions. The story unfolds through encounters with rival factions, companions, and major threats that challenge Cliff's mission and shape his path forward.
We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your hell!
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
遥か昔、この国に輪廻の獣が
Beast of Reincarnation takes place in a ruined, post-apocalyptic Japan where corruption has twisted the land and the creatures that roam it. Players control Emma, an outcast marked by a curse, alongside her canine companion Ku, with combat built around precise timing, stamina control, and deliberate attacks against dangerous enemies. The bond between Emma and Ku affects abilities and survival, unlocking new powers as they fight together. Exploration moves through unstable environments that can change unexpectedly, while the story follows their journey to understand humanity, sacrifice, and what remains at the end of the world.
西暦4026年、人類は滅亡を待つのみ。
Horizon Steel Frontiers takes place in the Deadlands, a new frontier within the Horizon universe shaped by harsh terrain and roaming machines. Players create their own hunter, choose a tribe, and customize gear and appearance before taking part in large-scale cooperative hunts. Combat centers on targeting weak points, using traps, melee weapons, and ranged tools to dismantle machines piece by piece. Progress involves improving equipment, coordinating roles during hunts, and facing increasingly dangerous machine encounters, with the world designed as a shared space separate from Aloy's story. Blood Message is a third-person action-adventure built around a linear, story-driven structure set during the final years of China's Tang Dynasty. You play as a hunted messenger traveling with his young son, tasked with delivering a vital message across hostile territory. Combat is grounded and deliberate, favoring close, brutal encounters over spectacle, while survival elements reflect exhaustion, injury, and constant pursuit. The narrative centers on sacrifice, duty, and the bond between father and child under relentless pressure.
我是认真决定的，我还是想再试一次。
今日我们所流的血，是为了把大唐带回来。我们必须在破城之前把安宁带出来。
安宁，等着我。安宁，安宁，
阿宇，我
我将追随杀出一举。
去长安，你这是让他们去送死！
输赢成败，皆如沙上之大，风来即散，为众生之苦，长漫于天地之间。
回家吧，这一切毫无意义。天命所归，我才是大唐。
到头来，除了死更多人，什么都不会改变。
没有我的帮助，你走不出这片沙漠。如果神不肯拯救我们的部族，那就让我来。
阿娘，等着我。
十对信使，每个人都做好了有去无回的打算。
La Divina Commedia is a dark fantasy action RPG inspired by Dante Alighieri's legendary work. You play a warrior poet trapped in hell, descending through its infernal circles to escape and atone for past sins. Combat is action-focused, built around distinct weapon classes and aggressive risk-reward mechanics. Procedural extraction dungeons ensure every run feels different, while choices tied to the 7 deadly sins shape abilities, progression, and the unfolding story as you decide the fate of humanity and faith itself.
It's like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time Remake is a reworking of the original game that spent several years in development before Ubisoft stopped production due to quality concerns. Development moved between studios in Mumbai, Pune, and later Ubisoft Montreal after a reboot in 2022. Plans included updated graphics, a modernized camera, and improved combat, while the franchise remains active.
No!
I saw my father turn to sand.
You cannot defeat this enemy. The sands will consume everything.
Come with me then. But I warn you, I move pretty fast. You'd better keep up.
Prince! The dagger! It can turn back time!
Give me the dagger! Never!
I brought this on us.
You are brave and courage.
Don't let go!
Kako lukiem.
The Witcher 4 continues the story after The Witcher 3, shifting the focus to Ciri as she steps into her own path. The game follows her journey across new lands of the continent, facing monsters, political conflicts, and personal choices that shape her future. Players guide Ciri through exploration, intense encounters, and story-driven decisions, with her unique powers playing a key role in how challenges are approached and resolved.
Shield us.
Salt.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
The land of ancient India.
The Age of Bhaarat is a dark, fantasy action-adventure RPG located in ancient India, where players control a forest warden defending the land from Rakshasa demons. Gameplay revolves around real-time melee combat using traditional weapons, spiritual abilities, and mystical artifacts, supported by a grappling hook that enables vertical movement during fights. The game supports solo play and online co-op, with character customization allowing different combat builds as players progress through varied myth-inspired locations.
These invaders. The time has come to fight these monsters. The time has come to fight the demons. The time has come to fight those who oppress the forest tribes. The time has come to declare war! It's time for you to join the army of heroes. Fight the monsters! Stand with your people! Play the Age of Bhaarat. Protect the weak. Punish the wicked. Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet is an action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog, where players control bounty hunter Jordan A. Munn, stranded on the isolated planet Semperia. Gameplay revolves around third-person movement, melee combat against blade-wielding robots, and survival without companion characters. Players search for a criminal syndicate while uncovering the planet's long-sealed history, supported by cinematic storytelling, science fiction systems, and a narrative built around a fictional religion and advanced space travel.
Tell me something good.
Well, you're right, it checks out. He's hiding out around the Semperia moon.
Excellent.
How is that excellent? He's next to fucking Semperia. No one has left that planet in over 600 years. Anyone who even flies close to it is never heard from again.
Superstitions.
No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened on that planet. These are facts.
You worry too much.
You know what I worry just right about? I say we wait for him to leave, or how about we find a new lead? He's not worth it. I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
Can you please claim him? I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Who is swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He clearly is.
He is clearly desperate.
And so am I, so claim him, or I will find another agent.
Your fucking shit. Okay, alright, you know what? There, you're the boss.
Thank you.
Listen, kid. I'll see you on the other side.
Raji Kaliyuga is an action-adventure RPG, continuing the Raji franchise 6 years after the prior conflict, featuring dual protagonists Raji and Darsh. Gameplay alternates between characters based on story events, with Raji using acrobatic melee combat and a divine Trishul, while Darsh uses city powers to control gravity, time, and energy. The design includes a custom evasion system for Raji, a Siddhi system for Darsh, and third-person combat across multiple mythological realms.
trust you'll be able to rid us of this crucible.
Nioh 3 is a dark action RPG where players fight yokai across large open fields using two distinct combat styles. Battles allow instant switching between samurai techniques built around strength and defense and ninja techniques built around speed and special skills. The structure supports demanding third-person combat, gear progression, and enemy mastery. Players move through hostile areas alone or in online co-op, facing intense encounters that test timing, stamina, management, and build choices.
None shall interfere with my course! Become the Spirit Stone!
The Blood of Dawnwalker is a dark fantasy action RPG set in 14th century Europe where players control Cohen, human during the day, and vampire at night. Gameplay uses two distinct loops tied to time of day, with sword combat and magic as a human and supernatural movement and abilities as a vampire. A time-based quest structure advances events as tasks are taken, shaping outcomes for characters and regions across a large handcrafted open-world map.
The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Worst nightmare. A Dawnwalker. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching, seeping into you. Growing.
They're combing the streets.
Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is an action-adventure game taking place during World War II in occupied Paris, featuring 4 playable characters. Players control Steve Rogers, Azuri, Gabriel Jones, and Nanali, switching between them as situations demand. Gameplay combines third-person combat, character-specific abilities, and narrative-driven sequences as the team works to stop Hydra's rise. Each character contributes distinct skills tied to combat, stealth, and coordination, supporting a story-focused structure inspired by Marvel Comics.
3. Counting you. And that's too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful, stand wasami.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem. Our cat friend is definitely here too. And by the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Taken you. God hear my vow.
1348X Voto is a third-person action-adventure game taking place in late medieval Italy where players control a Ta, a knight-errant searching for a kidnapped companion. Gameplay revolves around cinematic sword combat inspired by historical European martial arts, using one-handed and two-handed stances that change attacks and defense. Players unlock new combos through skill books, customize weapons with different parts, and move through villages, castles, and rural regions while managing tense, grounded encounters.
May be worthy of your forgiveness. Bianca, you are all that is left to me. I shall save you. This, I vow.
The Blind Warrior is a third-person action-adventure game set in 1860s, West Java under Dutch colonial rule. Players control Barda, a blinded fighter who relies on heightened senses and mystical abilities to navigate environments. Combat combines melee attacks, hand-to-hand combos, blocks, parries, stealth movement, and stealth kills. A sensory-based visual system allows players to scan areas, detect enemies, and solve puzzles, while uncovering a conspiracy involving colonial forces and supernatural elements.